So I've been taking a break from doing plugin reviews for Safari pedals, not because I don't like what they're doing or the plugins that they've been putting out, but mostly because I just kind of wasn't enjoying making that type of video, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. But then when I saw that this Planet of the Amps amp pack was coming out, I definitely felt like I had to take a look. And I just spent about 30 minutes with both the Silver Llama and the Twin Panda amp sims, and I have some thoughts. So first of all, I was really happy with how quickly it was to just get sounds right away. I was a little concerned that I would have to do some gain staging or load up another amp sim plugin just to make sure that I had a healthy level. I know that sometimes amp sims are a little bit finicky with what they need in terms of level to get an ideal sound, but I felt like right when I plugged in straight into the interface out of my guitar, I was getting decent sounds right off the bat. The simplicity of the controls, especially on the Silver Llama, felt really natural, really easy to use. I felt like I was able to get inspired really quickly, which I always enjoy with either, a pedal or a plugin or anything. Twin Panda definitely has a more unique sound. I guess my question about Safari pedals kind of getting into the amp sim world is, should they have been doing this all along? And I guess I kind of wonder if this is a more interesting model for plugin companies to explore, where you're doing sort of these one-off boutique or vintage amp sims. Where you're just offering these as one-off plugins, because all of the amp sims that I'm familiar with are basically a interface that has loads of amp sims, in them already, and you can kind of just browse whatever preset you want, or you can build an amp from the ground up. And to me, that is a super overwhelming and daunting way to approach an amp sim. Something like this Planet of the Amps sort of lets you dive into amp sims in a very simple way, where you have kind of one amp that you're playing with and just a couple of effects. I feel like eliminating choice and eliminating sort of the overwhelming nature of just a giant library of amps and cabs and effects, it makes it a little bit more accessible, and for me it makes it a little bit more inspiring to just dive in and start playing with something. Because I don't know about you, but my brain, when I start playing to an effect or I start playing to a sound or whatever, I start thinking, well, what if I added, a chorus to that, or what if I added, so on and so forth. I think what I like about this offering is that it's very simple, and it kind of gives it what you need up front, and you're not spending hours menu diving or checking out, every amp head or cabinet that the plugin has to offer. So I'm wondering, drop it in the comments if you have sort of a similar experience with amp sim overload and feeling like maybe the plethora of choices that you get in the amp sim sort of environment is almost so daunting and overwhelming that you do what I did, which is basically just build a pedal board. I think one thing that I'd really like to see maybe going forward is stripped down versions of the other Safari pedals plugins that you can use almost as in a pedal board format, a pedal board pop up underneath the amp sim and drag and drop some of the other plugins from Safari Pedals as a Pedalboard kind of UI to build something like that out. That'd be pretty interesting. Safari Pedals is not sponsoring this video. However, they did send me Planet of the Amps for free to try out and test. There is an affiliate link down in the description if you're interested in purchasing Planet of the Amps or any of the other plugins from Safari Pedals. I think that they do make really awesome, fun, easy to use plugins. So go and check them out, and if you make a purchase, use that link, and a small portion of that will come back to this channel.